Hello everybody and welcome to another discussion video. I had a really bad night pain wise last night, so I decided while I was awake to watch the San Diego Comic-Con Marvel panel where they unveiled some of the up and coming new Marvel Legends. Now we already had a few teasers as to things that were en route. We had a whip, a sword. There was various different accessories placed around the Marvel Legends displays. Now we already got a full MCU wave of the Black Panther, which looks absolutely incredible. The Build-A-Figure is by far one of the best sculpts I've seen from the line, and the claw that's captured Andy pretty much down to a T. But I do hope that the arm is kind of foldable. I don't really like how I can see that getting broken. I love the fact that we're getting multiple heads with the guard. I'm sorry, but her name escapes me. But I know that we're getting various different heads so we can kind of army build. Very much like we've got with Multiple Man, which I still need. Anybody wants to send me multiple men, I will cover all product costs and shipping, etc. But I will need them all. Now, as far as new reveals, we have another offering as part of the 10-year anniversary line. That is the Ultron Build-A-Figure, now done up with a new paint scheme and being released as a standalone figure, which is great because his aftermarket price, once again, is phenomenally crazy. It's being released as a standalone figure and therefore making it affordable again. They've actually done the same thing with the new Star Wars Black Series as well, but I'm going off on a tangent. That's a whole video in itself, and that's a good thing for the Star Wars fandom, trust me. We've had the AIM 2-pack announced, so we can now army build AIM soldiers, which is good because the scientists were getting really hard to come by. We're getting an Archangel that comes with two the alternative heads. I'm not sure what the third head is, whether that's a comic appearance or not, but he does have blonde locks and blue face. And it also comes with a hand add-on for Apocalypse as well, which is a very welcome thing. I do like that they're giving us these add-ons. I know, like with the likes of the Red Skull Onslaught wave, we had the Red Skull head, but we never had the Magneto Onslaught style head. So then they gave us that in the X-Men. That was meant to be Rogue, wasn't it? But I think we got it with Kitty Pryde. So again, I like that Hasbro are listening to feedback from fans and improving on it. They've shown us we're getting a Professor X and his chair. By the looks of things, we're getting two Professor X's. We're getting one in the X-Man wave, and we're getting one as a rider. I'm not sure whether that is the case, whether they shoe him at two separate occasions. But the legendary riders such as Ghost Rider, up here, it's a great line, and it's nice to see that Professor X is actually getting a modern official release just after my friend Margine messaged me saying, I think we've finalised our version of Professor X's hover chair. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a very different look. We've gone for more of the 90s cartoon look, tried to get that kind of squared off front, whereas the Legendary Riders series, they've gone for kind of the curved look with blankets. Depends on which episode you watch, although they have gone for that kind of Vulcan screaming eyebrow thing, where it's getting all a little bit too much for Charles when Shi'ar are trying to contact him. We're getting a new Gambit. That is long overdue. They're teasing Mystique. If you listen to the panel, they discuss Storm as well. They asked which order we would prefer the costume to be released in. Majority voted for silver, then white, and then black. So there'll be repaints and repacks galore now that they know the fans would buy them. Getting a Blink, which again is a very long overdue character. And they haven't announced a Nightcrawler yet or a newer version of Beast, but they've only just tipped the iceberg on that X-Men wave. There is a new version of the Marvel Universe Sentinel, this time done up in that very garish, bright purple and pink. I can't see any glaring differences between that and the two previous releases, other than the kind of face sculpt being slightly different and the paint applications. I don't like the Wolverine that's included. Just don't like the sculpt on it. But again, that's there at San Diego Comic-Con for people to check out. We have another great Spider-Man wave coming. We have another symbiote. We have the Red Goblin. To celebrate the game, we have the 2-pack of Miles and Spider-Gwen, although they still haven't given us decent hands for Spider-Gwen. Unfortunately, it looks like a repaint and a repack, although Miles and Gwen are both becoming increasingly expensive to purchase, especially here in the UK, so it is a very welcome 2-pack. I believe that's going to be a GameStop exclusive in the US. Speaking of exclusives, we're getting a Walgreens exclusive Magic, which again is a very welcome addition. She does come with her alternative sword, although I would have personally preferred her X-Men appearance, but beggars cannot be choosers. We're getting a silver sable. I would have liked double jointed elbows, but again, beggars can't be choosers. We're getting a Build-A-Figure Kingpin. He looks glorious. Wilson Fisk at his best. This time managing to capture both an essence of the 90s cartoon and the Marvel Netflix universe, the Daredevil stroke Punisher crossover. That Wilson Fisk, it really does bear a striking resemblance to him. Whilst discussing the future 2019 X-Men wave, questions were asked regarding the Build-A-Figure. People were saying, is it going to be Strong Guy? I don't want to take the bait and say that it's Strong Guy. I would really like it to be Strong Guy. I'd love to bulk out my X-Factor shelf. They've given us this new Gambit, so we could reuse that head for an X-Factor Havoc. We've already had a Polaris, so we could have a Polaris done in her X-Factor costume. Who knows? I mean, maybe we could get... Heck, what was the Thunderbolt's name? The Goliath before he was Goliath, or after he was Goliath. I'd take him. He's a big guy. I would definitely take him. They teased a new Quicksilver. We're getting a new Black Cat. Can't say I'm a fan of how she looks. I'm assuming that's kind of a newer look to her. I actually prefer the older kind of fur rim around her collar. And lastly, I think that's the last one, we're getting Hercules, a new version of Hercules there. Don't get me wrong, I think I've got the older Hercules in there somewhere. You might not be able to see him on camera, and he's a good figure. He's got that very nice classic look to him, but he's very fantastic. He could do with a really good paint scheme. So they've done a modern version of Hercules with the boots, etc., but the sculpt is phenomenal. Really looking forward to Marvel Legends for the rest of 2018 and 2019. It's a really good time to be a collector. It's just not a good time to be a husband who has to break the news to his wife that he's ordered more Marvel Legends. Yeah. If you found this video useful, then feel free to give it a big thumbs up, share, and of course subscribe to my channel. If you would like me to do a similar video for Transformers, I will do. We did have some really nice reveals, albeit they were mostly on the Friday as opposed to the Saturday. Until next time, from myself and the rest of the Collectibles household, thanks for watching. Goodbye.